Ashley, thank you so much for coming on to talk to us about this. Why don't you first lay out your experience, what you found at SpaceX?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. Overall, my experience was, I was just working hard to, push forward like what I believe in and what are some of my core values. I've always been, a strong advocate for women in STEM and for the environment. And so this practice was an experience in believing in my values and understanding that.
Right. Ashley, how was it received then, some of the complaints that you brought? And this might come as a surprise to some because SpaceX does have a female president and COO, Gwen Shotwell. Did this reach her level? If so, what was the response there?
There are definitely some responses throughout the company. Out of, the hundreds of people who've reached out to give me their support, about 80 of them came from SpaceX. But something I think that's important to note is that, like 25 of those people are people who shared with me that they also had similar experiences at the company. So, I'm proud that I could give them the opportunity to come forward and sort of just have someone who understood what they had gone through.
Ashley, as you think about your experiences at SpaceX, do you think there's specific things that the company could have done to have a more inclusive, less toxic culture in terms of your experience? Because I'm just thinking about this in terms of other companies who are watching the situation and trying to reflect on their own policies.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think that I can say that I have any sort of one-size-fit-all solution for this problem at this point. But I think, if you're looking for one, I encourage you to just start looking internally at your experiences and listening to the people within your company and listening to what they've gone through. That's the best place to start.
Ashley, in an interview several weeks ago, Elon Musk described SpaceX saying, "This place is basically like a technology monastery, There are some women here, but not many, and it's remote." When I think of monasteries, I don't think of harassment. And so to me, especially given the fact that Tesla had also had some accusations of sexual harassment back in the 2017 timeframe, it seems strange to me that he described it that way. What was your reaction to that description if you heard it? And what about the culture do you think failed to deal with the issues that you experienced?
I think, when it comes to topics like this, and especially discussing a diverse work environment, I think encouraging the opinions and ideas of people who come from underrepresented group is always what's going to give you a leading edge. And so by quickly dismissing the ideas of people who have learned to use their voices strategically and speak when they have something major to say, I think you sort of lose out on major opportunities for your company, and you start to build that edge that you've worked so hard to sharpen.
Yeah, and Ashley, you yourself, you left SpaceX for Apple, is that right? And do you talk to other women who are still at SpaceX who are looking at different opportunities? We talk a lot about the Silicon Valley bro culture. Do you think that that is infiltrating the space as well now? Yeah,
I've definitely been able to speak with a lot of different women about this experience. My plan moving forward is pretty much to continue working with schools and colleges and summer STEM camps and basically keep going on panels. And overall, I've partnered with Dan Hawk, who's the principal scientist of the United First Nations Planetary Defense Group. And so we're going to be developing a green propellant for the future of space exploration. And so that's my plan moving forward.